Hello, this is Sarai7, and I'm going to be showing you how to improve your Windows Vista and your Windows 7 operating system. We're going to do some basic fundamentals and a few tweaks. But before we begin, what I highly recommend before you do anything is we want to make a system restore point. Now for Windows 7, we want to do is click on the Start menu. Then we want to right click on computer, on my computer or computer, go to properties, right here where it says system protection. What you want to do is click right here where it says create, and then you want to type in something like before the OS tweaks. You can name it whatever you want, so I'm just naming it this. So just create it, and if something goes wrong or whatnot, then you can always go back to your system restore point and everything will be like it was. So we're just waiting for it to create. I am using a virtual operating system, so I already did most of the tweaks on mine and mods, but I'll be showing you back and forth. So let's continue. So once you have done that, then we're good to go. We can start going forward. Alright, so first things first, what we want to do in regards of your operating system being slow or whatnot, what we want to do is go to www, let me see, download.com. Okay, those if you don't have an anti-spyware or some type of protection. You may have viruses, spyware, rootkits, whatnot. So what I'm recommending here is that you go to download.com, and depending on how big your monitor is, but unfortunately mine's a little small screen. So we're going to go down to security here, click on securities, and then what you're going to do for Windows 7 or Vista. For Vista, I highly recommend do not use AVG antivirus. Those that have experience with Vista, terrible. A lot of compatibility issues. But for Windows Vista, you can use Avast, free. Just go ahead and you can download that. They have free version, and you can also once you install that, you can register it. You can also download Avira for free. So these are usually good for like 30-60 days. You have the option to click on the website and then subscribe with purchase or whatnot. And what I also recommend for Windows Vista or Windows 7, you can use AVG, Avast, McAfee, NORAN, Avira. So for example, you just click here. Once you download it, wait for it to do its thing. I'm using Firefox. I don't know what you're doing, but you want to save it to your desktop. Once you save it to your desktop, then you want to install it. So that's number one. The second thing you want to go to is the second website is www.cccleaner. If I can spell right, cleaner.com. And this will take you to this website here. What you want to do is click on download, file hippo, because I'm used to that. Then you want to download the latest version of your CC Cleaner. And once you want to save it onto your desktop, or you can run it from there. So that being said, once you got those two, what I highly recommend is run a virus scan and see if anything picks up, and if you find viruses or anything like that, then you want to go ahead and scan a full scan on your C drive, and then once it finds it, you want to delete it and then restart your computer. And then the second thing you want to do is run CCleaner. CCleaner comes with presets that are already set, so I recommend not to touch anything. If you do, the only thing you want to click is Windows Error Reporting, DNS Cache, and Front Cache, and old prefetch data. Other than that, what you want to do is press analyze, excuse me, and then it'll tell you how much. It may take a while depending how long the last time you cleaned out your cookies. It's not like your Windows history cleaner, temporary cleaners. This is more like going to a dentist and getting worked on by a hygienist kind of thing. So once it gets to 100, you want to run it, and this only removed 39 kilobytes, which is small because I did it earlier. Alright, so that's 1 and 2 steps there. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the tweaks here to improve your system performance. Alright, first thing you want to do is go to the Start menu, go to Control Panel. Here is Power Options. Click on Power Options, and on default it'll be set on balance. What you want to do, you can click it on High Performance. Now the only thing here, it'll just use a little bit more energy, but other than that, no big deal. So let's go ahead and click on there. You should off the bat notice a little bit of jump. The second thing you want to do is go back and click on Start, the Start button here, and then you want to right click, go down to Properties, and then you want to click on Advanced System Settings. Okay. What this does here, where we're going, this option controls all the performance and visual effects, yada yada yada. So what you want to do on the on default, it should be set Let Windows choose what's best for my computer. Now, because I'm using virtual, it doesn't have all the options. So what we're going to do, I'm going to minimize this real quick, and actually, yeah, let me minimize this. So right click, Computers, Properties. Alright, System. Alright, so what you want to do is click on Custom, and everything, or even you can click on Custom and uncheck everything, but the way I like to do it is click on Adjust for best performance. The ones you want to click on is Use Visual Style on Windows and buttons, Use drop shadows for icon labels and the desk, smooth edges of screen fonts, and you want to click on Enable transparent glass, and you also want to enable desk composition. Okay, so once you have done that and you've chosen the option, just press OK. It should not have you restart your computer, but if it does, just go ahead and do it and press OK. Alright, so that's what, 3 things now. Alright, so what we want to do now is once we complete that, a lot of people don't realize that when you have high definition photos, or if you get your photos, family photos, or anything like that, especially high def 3D whatnot, it uses up a lot of RAM memory. So what you want to do is to maximize your memory, especially if you have one of those older computers or whatnot and you just don't got very much RAM. This will help you also. So click on desktop background. Then what you want to do is click on the scroll bar here and go down to solid colors, and of course you can choose any color you like. I like black. And just save changes. Alrighty, the 4th thing, I think, or the 5th thing, I lost count. Anyways, the next thing we want to do is we want to go to computer, we want to right click on Properties, and we want to go back to Advanced System Settings and back to the Performance area. Now instead of clicking on here, we want to click in Advanced. We want to click on Change. Now this is paging files. That also collects like stored memory or whatnot, but what we want to do is uncheck it there. Now this option for that we're on, if you got 4 gigs of RAM and higher, you can go ahead and just press click on no paging file and just press set yada yada yada, and okay. It may ask you to restart your computer, but let's say you don't have 4 gigs and you got less than 4 gigs. Well, what you can do is here, click on custom size, and you want to type in exactly what it says on the recommended. You want to type in, for example, on mine, I don't know, yours may vary, but mine says 1503 and 1503, and then set, and then it may ask you to there it is, to restart your computer, but I don't need to restart my computer. So once you restart your computer and it boots back up, we'll be done with that. Next thing you want to do is type in services. We're going to disable the excuse me. We want to disable the Windows search. Windows search, for example, if you guys don't really use that, for example, in Windows XP, you don't have the little search dog. Well, same concept, but this time they don't have the little search dog. But all that takes time, and it just slows down, and it's running in the background. So just go ahead and stop that. All right. Then what you want to do is right-click on it, go to Properties. You want to set it, disable it. No need for it. Alrighty. That's that with that. Next thing you want to do is right click on my computer, go to Manage, and you want to go to where it says Device Manager. Now you should have an option that says Disk Drive. You click on it, but because mine don't have that option of my hard drive, it just says Virtual. I'm going to minimize, and I'm going to go to Mine. So right click, Manage, Device, and right here where it says disk drive, I'm going to click down and look for my hard drive. And this is my hard drive here. I got 2 hard drives, but this is my primary. So we want to right click, go to Properties, and once you go to Properties, you want to enable write cache. So it may be unchecked and it may be checked, but if it isn't checked, go ahead and check that. Okay, you can check this option here. The only problem is if you don't have a secondary power supply, something goes out, your power goes out, you pretty much will lose data on that. So it's up to you. I recommend not to. So once you click on that, just go ahead and press OK. Alright. So the next thing you want to do is you want to type in msconfig. msconfig. Alright. Now, this only applies if you got a dual or quad core or higher. What you want to do is click on boot and advanced options, and this right here allows the system to recognize and use all of your processors. If you're on a laptop, same concept, you can do this also, versus versus just sucking up battery and just focusing on one processor. This will allow your system to use and utilize all of your processors. So you just want to click it. I got 4, so mine's a quad core. Just press OK and then apply. And it may ask you to restart, which is OK also. So just go ahead and restart that. Remember, this only applies if you've got a dual, quad, and higher. Alright? So that should be OK. Alrighty. Let me see. The next thing we want to do is get some utilities going. a lot of you notice that maybe your startup, um, maybe your startup option is extremely slow. You know, turn off your computer, reboot it, and then it gets to this point and it's waiting and waiting and waiting. Well, I'll show you why right now. Also, go back and type in ms config. All right. So here we have select a startup. You want to click on that. So these, let's say, depending on your computer, you could have like a long list. And a lot of these programs don't need to be starting up on startup because you can just do it manually by clicking on your program. But there are some programs that need to start, mandatory. So let me give you an example here. What I want you to do is click on your on your browser and go to Google and type in Glary Utilities. All right, so what you're going to do is download it. You can install it right away, or you can download it and save it on your desktop. Once you download it, you're going to install it. And then you're going to open it. All right. Now, this also has a cleanup and repair, just like CCleaner for your registry. A lot of times your registry, let's just open up CC Cleaner. A lot of times your registry can get clogged, just like a sink. So if you do this, see, my registry needs to be cleaned. So I'll fix. Do you want to back up? Yes, because you never know. If something goes wrong, you can always restore it, and you want to save it. It automatically saves in your documents. So if anything goes wrong, all you got to do is go over there and right click and restore. So yes, you want to fix all. Run it one more time. Depending on how long you've done it, or if you ever done it, you may be there forever. Okay. So that's the same concept with this here. This does the same thing. You can also defrag. This will clear up some space, but that takes some time also. But once you clean up and your registry or whatnot, we want to go to modules and click on processor. Now, here's the thing. All these red and green means these are running in the background, okay? So that simply means that all these that are in the background, you can pretty much stop them. Mine's showing up kind of weird, so let me see. Modules, oh yeah, okay. So you just click on it and you can end process. There should be another window right here and a little box. Any of these that have red on it, you can stop it or disable it. It'll ask you to disable entry. You can just click on it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Anything that's just plain green, I would not do it. Don't check the green mark. It's really simple. Okay. So again, anything with red, yeah, you can pretty much disable it. And again, for the green, if you're not sure what it is, what you can do, for example, every program comes with a executable, as we call it. So what you want to do is type in the executable. For example, we can go to Google and type in Google lws.exe, and that will tell you if it needs to use, if Windows needs to use it as a startup or not a startup. If you're not sure, don't even mess with it. Only check the entries that are red. And that's pretty much it on that. I already did it. So it may ask you to restart. It may ask you to restart your system. But that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. I just remembered. You can go back to services, and let's say you have super duper low RAM, like 1 gig or less, and you did everything, followed the process. What also can help is I better use my virtual. Type in services, and then you want to look for themes. Themes are what controls all this and all the fancy schmancy stuff. What we want to do, we want to disable all that. Remember, if it's 1 gig or less, or you just got low RAM, you can stop it, and it should turn out the old Windows 98 thing. No big deal, it's plain. Go to properties, want to disable it, exit, and then you should have a regular old school XP kind of looking 98-ish. But that's pretty much it. And that's how you uh, do some basic performance and just a few system tweaks. Thank you. If you got any questions, please subscribe. And thank you to those that participated in this information for helping me out. Thanks.